Blaize, and I am wearing this crazy cheap Walmart Halloween wig that I purchased because this is going to be a spooky video. I asked you guys yesterday in my vlog if you guys wanted to, if you were interested in a spooky urban legends video that I'm not an expert in any way whatsoever, but it is near and dear to my heart. And you all said, yes, yes, please, please, yes, F yes, we want to hear about it. Do it now. So the urban legend we are going to be discussing today is the Jersey Devil. And as you guys know, I was born and raised in a extremely small town in New Jersey. A lot of people from New Jersey, they'll be like, oh, where are you from? And I'll say the town name and they're like, are you sure that's in New Jersey? Like, if you didn't grow up around that area, not a lot of people have heard of it. But I was born and raised for 25 years, same exact town, you know, in New Jersey. Oh, this wig is terrible. So as a little kid, that's when I started hearing all the spooky stories about the Jersey Devil, and I'm going to go through some facts with you. And I've never had a personal experience with the Jersey Devil. These are just, you know, there are plenty of documentaries on the Jersey Devil that you can go and look up. There's some on YouTube that you can go and look up if you are interested afterwards. Again, I am not an expert on this subject. It's just something that was always brought up, especially when I was a kid. It's like the Jersey Devil's gonna come and get you and all that kind of things, and just the legends that we grew up hearing and I still hear to this day. And it is a very creepy and eerie story because it doesn't really have an ending. Usually stories have an ending, but this one does not, and that in itself to me is kind of terrifying. Now, these are real people. The story starts in the late 1700s and started with a husband and a wife and a mother and father named by Deborah or Deborah, however you want to pronounce it, and Japhet Leeds. I'm sorry. I'll put their names on the screen, so I don't know if I'm really pronouncing them properly, but it takes place in the late 1700s. And Deborah and her husband had 12 children, all normal, and Deborah, it was rumored, was a practicing witch. Now, we don't know if she dabbled in in the dark arts or if she was a light witch or what have you. It never really was explained. It was just a rumor around the town in southern New Jersey. In the Pine Barrens is what, yeah, the Pine Barrens is what it was called, which is now known as Atlantic City. So this is where it all starts taking place with this whole situation. I'm sorry if I'm not good at this kind of video, but it is the first time I'm doing this kind of video, so I'm just gonna try, and maybe if I succeed a little bit, I'll do another one of these. But you know, this one, like I said, I know a little bit about. So Japhet and Deborah had 12 plain, ordinary children, and Deborah had said that one night the devil himself raped her, and he impregnated her. And she had a feeling the entire time she was pregnant. She even was quoted on saying that she was going to be giving birth to the devil, and that her baby was going to be evil and it wasn't going to even be a baby. So it was like known to be like the creepiest, stormiest night in that whole entire year. She gets into labor. She, you know, she gets into labor, okay, with the child, who is going to be the 13th child. 13th. I don't know how this is going to go. So she had a few of her friends come by to support her, along with the midwife, who was going to obviously help her give birth to the child, because that is what a midwife's job is. So Deborah had said to have been in labor for like almost entire 24 hours, that this huge storm was going on, and she was ranting and raving that this is going to be the devil's child, that she's going to be giving birth to a demon baby. And, you know, everybody was just like, okay, she's just, you know, not thinking straight because she's in labor. And so she finally gives birth, and the baby comes out looking like a normal, average baby at first. And then within the next several minutes, it starts to grow wings, like wings of a bat almost. A tail, a winged tail starts coming, or a forked tail, sorry, pops up out of its tail bone area, I'm assuming. And there's horns, and it just seemed to, it's always, even after this, been said that it has the most blood-curdling, screeching, screaming sound. And apparently that's the sound that it made, and it went from a human baby into a demonic little baby. And it is said that it went and it killed the midwife very, very brutally. After that, all the friends ran out of the Leeds house, which I actually am going to insert pictures of the actual Leeds house. And in Weird New Jersey, I've been to several Weird New Jersey spots, and I don't remember if I was there or if it was just a documentary I watched once, because this was a long time ago. There's nothing left of the house except the chimney in the ground. It's in the ground. And it is said that after that, everybody started panicking and like it was flying around the room and just screeching and trying to get out. And it flew out through the chimney, and the Leeds never saw it again. And they pretended like their 13th child never happened because of obvious reasons. And in the will of Mr. and Mrs. Leeds, they only left their items and, you know, assets to 12 of their children. So the 13th child was not a Leeds child, it was the spawn of Satan. After that, the whole town started having apparent sightings of the Jersey Devil, and it was not really going near human beings. It was said that it was killing their livestock, and every time they would go and try to harm it or shoot it or kill it or whatever, the wings would just not let it penetrate anywhere. You couldn't kill it whatsoever. So they actually had a priest come in to the town and exorcise the entire town, because they were saying that there's a creature who had, I mean, it's been described in many, many different ways from people who have seen it. It had like the head of a goat, and it had hooves, and it had leathery black wings and claws with really, really tiny little arms and a forked tail, and it was almost like a kangaroo. And there are pictures which I believe are actually very much photoshopped, but I will insert them anyway for fun, of people who said that this is what they've found, and that is the Jersey Devil. It's like a pig with it's just a bunch of different animals combined all into one creepy, evil entity. Now, after the priests exorcised the town, it had been quiet for 100 years. Nobody had any sightings of it. And then in 1890 was the first reports in actual printed newspaper of the Jersey Devil, of people getting harmed by it. Again, their livestock being killed by it. And even the Philadelphia Zoo, which is one of the biggest, most famous zoos in the world, was offering at that time, because this was a lot of money at that time, $10,000 reward for anybody who could kill it, because it was actually killing animals in the Philadelphia Zoo. And also, they just obviously wanting to stop that, they also wanted the body of the Jersey Devil and to put it on display. So the Philadelphia Zoo had a huge part to play later on with the Jersey Devil. It was said during that 100 years, the Jersey Devil just kind of got scared back to what his first memory was, and he went back to his house, and the house, I don't know exactly what happened to it. All I know is that he apparently to this day lives in the chimney in the ground of where that house used to sit. Now, there is, in my town, which is 1 square mile, that's how big it is. We have a very, very large, gigantic hill that a lot of kids will, and you know, parents with their kids during the winter time will go sledding down, and it's a fun thing. I've been on it a billion times. Everybody in that town has been on that, and it is called Devil's Hill. And that's because a long time ago, over 150 years ago, I believe, somebody had a sighting of the Jersey Devil in that area. And it was because it's a hill and then there's a whole bunch of woods behind it, and in those woods was said that they had an encounter with the Jersey Devil. So people in the town have nicknamed that hill Devil's Hill. Also, I believe a couple people during sledding had been killed years ago on that hill, so it's just known as a very, you know, it's not an evil hill, but it is named after the Jersey Devil. And if you're a hockey fan or a sports fan or whatever, I am not, the Jersey Devils, the hockey team, was named, they also named their team after the Jersey Devil. Now, since then, there have been tons of people who come out, hundreds of people who have come out and said that they have witnessed, they have seen it, and especially have heard that screeching, blood-curdling scream that it lets out. And they've tried to take photographs, but it's extremely fast, and the people who have taken photographs, again, they look very extremely badly photoshopped. And there was one, I believe Monster Quest, yeah, Monster Quest, the TV show, went and investigated the Jersey Devil, and they did a documentary on that, I think. You can look it up on YouTube, I'm sure. And they found something on the ground that looked like it could have possibly been the Jersey Devil. Now, do I personally believe that the Jersey Devil exists? I believe that there is something there that, I mean, urban legends all come from some kind of truth. I mean, they're not just like people hanging around one day but like, hey, you want to start a rumor? Yeah, what else do we have to do? I believe that there is some truth about that. The Leeds family was a legit family in New Jersey, and if she was a witch, if she wasn't a witch, nobody knows. But we do know that the family did exist, and that she did say that she had reported that the devil had come in the middle of the night and raped her, and wanted to give birth to its child, or the Antichrist, or whatever. So I do believe that there is something out there in New Jersey. People go, like I said, to the weird New Jersey sites where the chimney still is, to try to just to have that feeling. And people who have been there have said it's extremely cold, even in the summer, and it's extremely eerie and very creepy just being there. Like they have almost absence of feeling. Like, they're not scared, they're not like excited, they're not sad, nothing. It's just like total absence of feeling. That's what people who have actually gone to this site have said about this. There hasn't been actual real proof that the Jersey Devil exists, but that's what makes it an urban legend, and I think that's what makes it even scarier. Like, knowing that this could possibly exist, but we're never gonna know because nobody's been able so far to catch legit proof of it. And I don't know, it's just been a very, very cool story for me and for most New Jerseyans who grew up hearing about the story and who, you know, believe in this kind of stuff. And it is just a fun, creepy story because, like I said, it has no ending. Like, nobody killed it, so it's still, people still to this day have sightings or feel like they've heard it, or livestock will turn up dead or missing, and it just does not end. We don't know if it's still out there or if it died down a couple years ago, but who knows? do you believe in the Jersey Devil? I know that I believe something happened. I don't know about all of there's not much detail to go by. Napoleon Bonaparte's brother actually had an experience when they were marching in New Jersey, in South Jersey, and he said he saw that creature and he ran away on his horse. He just totally ran away. So this is a cool thing. And he had sergeants go and look around the entire area and they found nothing. So Napoleon's brother having a sighting with that, I think that that's historically very cool. And that's not a rumor. That is an actual thing. He wrote about it in his journal and everything like that. So I think that's pretty cool. So I do believe something is out there. Something is definitely, you know, you can't just disbelieve everything because it sounds stupid. I think it is a very creepy story, and I think the creepiest part of it is that there is no ending and it's still possibly out there. So thank you guys so much for watching my first creepy, spooky story time video. I'm sorry that I was so amateur doing this. This is my first time doing this kind of video, and I thought it would just be a fun little spooky story to tell around Halloween time. And if you guys like this video, let me know by giving me a big thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments if there's any urban legends that you 100% believe in, or if you have any thoughts on the Jersey Devil or anything like that. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to talk about it with you. So if you'd be so kind to go over there, click on my face, or go further down below and hit the button that says subscribe, and subscribe right now, because I always have beauty related contests, giveaways, and raffles, all free all the time on your end. It is not sponsored. There is no catch. It is going directly from my pocket, giving to you guys some awesome and amazing quality beauty products that I do at least once a month. My mom is really stoked to be doing her pop-up giveaway that she's really happy and excited to be doing. So don't forget to look out for that one. And I currently have one going on that will end on Halloween, so I will link that video down below so you can go and check it out if you haven't already. So you have to subscribe now if you want a chance to win some awesome beauty products. And again, I do at least once a month. So, and I've done twice in October. So, it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe, because I love you guys and I put a lot of work into my videos. Believe it or not, I know this is not high quality at all, but this is also a budget living channel and stuff like that, and a budget beauty channel. So, but it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe and at least just give me a chance. So until next time, don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias, because I always talk about different things there that I may not speak about on YouTube, so you can stay informed and talk to me through Instagram or my email, whatever you want to do. And until next time, stay wicked, later Blazers, and don't believe everything that you see.